So it's Friday afternoon and we're just hitting the trail, Pacific Crest Trail, headed northbound, and we're at Mill Creek Summit, which is off Highway 2, just above Aqua Dulce, and we've got 32 miles, 35 miles, something like that, to get down to Vasquez Rocks, and we'll be down there on Sunday afternoon sometime. We'll get some big miles to do tonight, we'll do some night hiking, and then Saturday and Sunday are going to be loaded up with big miles, 17, 18 mile days. So with my sister, and it's going to be good fun. On this hike, my sister and I both brought our trekking poles, and we're not used to using them very well. It's kind of like learning how to walk all over again. It's difficult, almost to the point of not being worth it, but it's supposed to be able to help your knees, help your ankles, and we could both use help in that category. I'm above Mill Creek Summit, and I'm gonna reach the top of some hills pretty quick here, and it'll look down into the desert. So this whole area was burned out in like 2015, I believe. It was sand fire, and all the vegetation was gone. It's the little shrubs and stuff are growing back, but one of the first things to come back is a plant called the poodle dog bush, and that's this little guy right here, we think. And it's got these pretty flowers and microscopic poisonous spines. And they survive through the fire, and they specifically grow right after a fire. And their purpose is to lock all the soil down so that you don't get erosion. But they're nasty, and this area has them quite a bit. And then once the real vegetation, like these pine trees and bushes, start coming back in full force, the poodle dog will go away. So it pops up on these hillsides right after a fire. Pretty interesting. So how crazy is this? We're walking along, and here comes a guy walking southbound towards us. And he says hi and real friendly. I said, "Where are you coming from?" He says, "Canada." Wow. When did you? Yeah, he's headed to Mexico. When did you hit the trail? He's like, July 8th. So here we are, August, September, October, just over 3 months, and he's come about 2,200 miles. So that's pretty awesome. It's getting dark. We still have 2 or 3 miles to go to get to our campsite, and that'll be 7 miles in from the car. So we're trying to get there before the sun goes down, and the sun just went down. So we're going to be doing some night hiking.
about 6:30 on Saturday morning, and I was really glad I brought my winter sleeping bag because it got pretty cold. I still use my clothes bag as a pillow. Tried a few different things, but that seems to work best. I guess hunting season opened up this morning, and there's hunters around. So all night long there's a dirt road near us, and people are driving up and down the dirt road, and they get I guess there's one spot above us. They actually parked up there about an hour ago. They saw us, I guess, and left. An hour ago is about when the wind started too. But we got an awesome campsite. It's at the end of an abandoned dirt road. It's got trees going across it and stuff. And cars can't get down here. But show you what it's all about.
This is probably one of the best campsites I've ever set up in. Very cool. This is an abandoned road, and last night a truck came to just right about there, stopped and turned off their car and walked around. And they saw us, and I guess that's the reason they left. They didn't stick around. So yesterday we did 5.78 miles to our camp, and this was our camp last night, and we're all packed up and ready to go. It's really cold, and we need to start moving. We'll warm up. Big miles ahead of us today, depending on how we feel. Could be like 17 or 18 miles. So, time to get going. So we started our hike when we left Crystal's car at, I think it was mile 419, and right now we're at probably 428, 429, something like that. And we've kind of gotten out of the hunting territory, it seems. We're hearing less and less gunshots, and that was kind of a little nerve-wracking. We came across two hunters on the trail walking in opposite direction as us, one at a time. And one guy had a handgun in his hand, just walking towards us with his handgun. The second guy was a little more polite. He sat down on the trail way in front of us and pointed his gun up in the air. Both of them were super quiet, and we're talking like crazy as we walk, and trekking poles are clanking and taking heavy steps and all that. So it was we were probably not a welcome sight for those guys. They're trying to sneak up on the animals, and we're keeping them from doing it. But we're still high up. That's looking down on Santa Clarita. I'm guessing that's looking to the north. And we're in a burned out area right here. This is actually a closure. The trail's open, but this area is closed to camping. So that happens from mile 432 all the way up to 444, which is a KOA campground up by Highway 14, up in that area. And there's one spot in between that we could spend tonight at, and that's North Fork Campground. And that's still probably 6 miles in front of us, something like that. So we're gonna make a decision when we get there if we're gonna spend the night there, and that would give us an 18-mile day tomorrow, or if we're gonna continue on and go down to the KOA campground, which would give us a 10-mile day tomorrow. So decisions to be made. This fire has gone through this area, and it's caused lots of cool things. One of them is this tree grew into the rocks, and then the tree got uprooted. And now the rocks are on top of the tree, and the tree's upside down.
No, it's just the rocks sticking out.
Coming up to the top of a hill, and this is kind of the top of our whole hike. We're not going to have very much uphill after this. So this has been climbed about 1,000 feet this morning over the span of 4 miles or so. Watch out for the snags. See what the view looks like over here. We haven't been able to see this side of the mountains yet. This is looking southwest, and the whole time we've been looking out to the north, down into the desert side. So this is kind of a new sight. Very cool. A lot of smoke in the air. We're not sure where it's coming from. There's a fire we don't know about, or if this is all coming out of Santa Rosa. That's a long ways away, but
Yeah, buddy.
so we're out of the pine trees now, well into the desert, dropping down into Aqua Dulce. You look way out there, like right in the center, that's Vasquez Rocks, and we'll be there tomorrow. Our car is parked not too far from there. Still a lot of fire damage here. This trail was really well maintained. A section of it up above, up in the pine trees still. This section up there was like really, really wide and groomed, and like they had just maintained it. And sure enough, we came around the corner to see maintenance crew working out there. and they're widening the trail and cutting the brush. And in this area here that we're in, it's a little overgrown. There's some poodle dog bush, but it's pretty overgrown. But they're working their way down this direction, doing an awesome job. We stopped and talked to them for a long time. Basically just a bunch of older guys doing the work. One of them said, come on out and help us sometime. So I might have to do that. But Crystal, what was that guy's name?
Blue Wolf.
Yeah, Blue Wolf was one of the guys' trail name that we talked to, and he told us that he hiked the PCT California portion this year. So he got frustrated with the tread on the trail and how it wasn't maintained well, so he jumped aboard the maintenance crew. Look what we found.
We're gonna call it kitty bush.
Kitty bush. Pretty cool stuff, whatever it is. So we're at the North Fork station, and this is a forest ranger station. There's no rangers here, but there is a caretaker that lives back here in this house. He came out, his name's Todd, and he talked to us and showed us where his water was. He puts this water cache out for hikers. This is the only water right now, this time of year, that is available for hikers, all the way from mile 419 all the way to 444. So for a total of 25 miles, this is the only water that can be had. So we're filling up our stuff, our jugs and bags and bottles and everything, and we're gonna head out from here. The wind is supposed to get up to 50 miles per hour tonight, he told us, so we're not gonna camp here for sure. And it's blasting right now. And then we're gonna go up to try to get some protection from the wind and get into a better place for a camp tonight. So we hiked about 14 miles today, and finally crashed. So we ended up camping in this canyon on 2 spots that are almost flat. And we'll probably slip and slide all night long. Hopefully we don't end up in the dry drink. But we were tired, and now it's dinner time. And I bet you we're in bed before the sun goes down. So we've gone about 3 miles on Sunday morning out of that the canyon camp that we were in, and that place was just crazy. You know, it was a super steep canyon, and we found these 2 spots that were barely level. And luckily, I had put a big rock on the downhill side of my tent, and that rock became my snuggle bunny for the night because I was wrapped around it all night long, sliding down. Lucky my tent didn't come down. And Crystal woke up in the middle of the night and her tent was slid down the hill about 3 feet, and that was a close one because 3 feet is right where the cliff in front of her tent. So good fun. And then we walked like a quarter mile and saw all these rad campsites. So that's the way it goes. Now we're like 3 miles into our 5-mile journey to KOA campground. And this is KOA in Aqua Dulce, and we're gonna get some water up there. Vasquez rocks. There's big rocks sticking up out of the top of the mountains. Pretty cool. Kind of like a continuation of the Devil's Post Pile or whatever, Devil's Chair, Devil's Punch Bowl that we were at a couple weeks ago. KOA campground that we're going to. Amtrak train. I don't know why, but it's kind of exciting to see a train. This is the KOA campground at mile 444. And Crystal's gonna go in and see what she can find in the way of grocery store things to buy. And we're gonna find out where we can get some water. Cool little monument here. This is what the PCT monument looks like on the north end. It's made out of timber like that. On the south end, it's made out of concrete, but it's the same configuration of all the posts. Pretty cool place to take a break. KOA campground. It's about a mile. And now we got some big uphill to do. 1,000 feet in 2 miles. So this is our trail where it ends at Highway 14, and somewhere on the other side of that little hill is a tunnel that we're gonna walk under the 14 freeway. But that is it's pretty awesome to think that on Friday night we're looking down on this freeway and it was 100 miles away. It was I didn't even realize it was a freeway till I looked at the map, and holy cow, that's a freeway from way up there. But now here we are. A little trail art for the PCT.
Super cute.
And this is right at the opening where we go under the freeway. Here we go. Under the 14 freeway. There was a race on the Pacific Crest Trail this morning. So there's all these glow sticks lining the tunnel. It's nice and cool down here. And now we're entering into Vasquez Rocks National Park. And this is some pretty cool stuff. It's all like carved sandstone, but it's not sandstone. As you look, and there's rocks in the rocks. After winding our way through Aqua Dulce on the town streets after Vasquez Rocks, we turn the corner and right there's the car. 35 miles in total.